Come on in and welcome to my home. Today I am making an easy gravy, and I am making it in such a way that I normally wouldn't make it. Normally when I make gravy, I am using pan drippings from, whatever meat I've cooked. Then I will use the pan drippings. However, this time I'm doing it so that I can prove that anyone can make gravy. What's really important are your measurements, and that's really important. We have right here the first three ingredients. 4 cups of, this is just chicken broth, 1 cup of red wine, whatever your favorite is, and 4 bullion cubes. You're asking yourself, well, what all is this? Well, for each cup of chicken broth, you want 1 bullion cube. But there's an important part. That is, if this is unsalted. If it's salted, you want to cut that back by half. This is unsalted, so it won't be too salty. If you are a salt lover, go ahead and use 1:1. For those of you who are saying, I don't like red wine, that's cool. Use beer, use whatever you would like. Just make sure it is a flavor that you like. 4 bullion cubes. Now what I'm going to do is take this over to the stove, put this on the stove and make it nice and hot. We're going to heat this up to a nice simmer so it's boiling. Pour the cornstarch in and mix it until it is well mixed. Now here's the fun thing. You can cook this until it is the exact consistency that you like. If it's too thin, add more cornstarch and water mixture. If it's too thick, then you can add more wine or add more chicken stock. Let that cook down just a bit and then you're ready. Alright, let's put our mixture into the bowl. You'll notice that the mixture is very red, and the reason for that is because of the red wine. Less red wine, it will take on a different color, and also the fact that I am using chicken stock. Beef stock will stay more brown. But let's give this a little stir. And you notice how it pours, it's pretty thick. The more you cook it, the thicker it'll get. Now, let's give it a taste. Wow, I mean, I've made this before, but this even surprised me. Now, a few secrets I will tell you about this. One is, I used cheap red wine. Now, I mean cheap red wine. Didn't do anything special or anything fancy. The other is, it's just regular chicken stock. I mean, bought from the store counter chicken stock, and it's really good. What really helps is the combination of the bullion cubes and the red wine. It takes this over the top to the next level. Now let's say you want yours to be a little thicker. Cook it down, or you can add more cornstarch and water mixture. Remember, it's 1 tablespoon of cornstarch to 1 tablespoon of cold water. It must be cold as you're adding it in there so that you can cook it and it gets thicker. This really is great. If you make this, let me know. You can get a hold of me on most social media at CM Coleman Home. And remember to subscribe. Every Tuesday is a recipe, and this recipe for gravy is really good, and I think you're going to like this. Don't forget other things that you can add to it. You could have used beer instead. You could have left that all out completely. You could replace it with beef stock. Whatever you do, just remember that it's 1 tablespoon of cornstarch, 1 tablespoon of cold water, 1 cup of liquid. It is that easy and that simple, and it will taste so good. Don't forget your bullion cube, 1 bullion cube too. You won't have to add any salt. And as always, remember, like I always say, why buy it when you can make it yourself?